Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing well. I have a quick word to share based off of a dream that I had yesterday. I feel like this is a word of warning for someone. It just feels like a specific person. And yeah, just of course take it back to the Lord if you believe this is for you. But again, I believe this is just for a specific person. I pray that the person who this is for, that this finds you well. And my bad, just grabbing my notes. So I want to share the dream. So in this dream, I was in a store. I walked into a store, and I remember walking past a man, and I knew he was the manager of the store. It seemed like I think it was a grocery store. It was a grocery store. And he was walking with, it seemed like, his assistant manager. So not his subordinate, but more like, seemed like, I guess you would call that a colleague. But anyway, and he was talking, and I heard him complaining to the assistant manager about one of their other employees, and it was a woman. And he was complaining about how she was not submitting the proper paperwork. So this woman, she was a believer, and she was requesting off of work. I do remember that. I don't know if I had that. I don't remember if I had that. Just that knowledge. Like I just had that sense. Either I just knew, or this is what they were talking about. I just remember following the manager and the assistant manager, listening to the conversation, and the assistant manager was just kind of irritated with the employee because she was trying to take off of work, but she wasn't willing to put in the paperwork. She had believed that the Lord was telling her, to do these things, and she believed that was the only reason that she needed. She didn't have to follow protocol and submit what she needed to submit. And he just wanted the paperwork. Like he said, specifically he mentioned, I need the paperwork for your Christian faith. I need the paperwork for your faith. And after hearing, him, talk about his employee, I had a vision after they walked away of me walking up to her and telling her what I was telling her specifically to submit the paperwork. The Lord was urging her to submit the paperwork. So as soon as I came out of that vision, I immediately walked up to her. But in the vision, I remember walking up to her, and I touched her shoulder. And I believe that was just that intimacy, or a friendly gesture, or that body posture. I don't know how to explain that, but it was friendly. It was not to condemn. It was not to chastise. It was not to do any of that. It was just an endearing touch to let her know, like, hey, the Lord wants you to actually submit the paperwork. Like, go ahead and submit the paperwork. So I tried to follow that. Once I come out of that vision, the woman, I reach my hand out to, just give her that friendly gesture on her shoulder, and she's completely resistant. This woman does not want me touching her, so I just put my hand back. I'm like, okay. But I still was sure to deliver the word on what the Lord was saying. I knew that she was misunderstanding. Not exactly what the Lord said to her, but just moving forward with the word that God gave her. There was a little bit of how she was handling that word, and how she was applying it to her life. was causing, a problem in her present life. And that was a dream. So when I woke up, I immediately knew, okay, this is a word for someone specific. And specifically, because I was giving a word from the Lord specifically. So that's very clear and cutthroat. So whoever this is for, I believe that this is literal. And you may be in that, you are in that place where God has given you a word and he's having you to work towards something specific. Now, in this dream, the woman was requesting, she was requesting time off of work because God instructed her. And for who this is for, I believe this is literally you. And this may be a situation that you're going through with your boss at work. But the Lord wants to remind you, yes, the word still stands. And I'm not sure if it is a religious thought process that because it's God, he's above all and this and that. Yes, that is true. The earth is his footstool, but he is a God of order. And he does, the scriptures say, to obey the laws of the land. And that is in Romans 13, verses 1 through 2. And I'm going to read that. It says, obey the government, for God is the one who has put it there. There is no government anywhere that God has not placed in power. So those who refuse to obey the law of the land are refusing to obey God, and punishment will follow. So I believe, and as I was waking up out of this dream, I knew that I just had this knowing that, this place for you, you may believe that this job or this assignment where God has you right now is up just because God gave you this word to begin to pursue kingdom matters. This job is just temporary. It's a permanent job that you have, but you won't be there forever. And as God has delivered this word to you, you are in a place where you are feeling like, man, like nothing's going to get in the way of this job. If I need to quit, I will. If they need to fire me, so be it. God got me, this and that. And I believe God is warning you there, because I believe he is saying that this is my place of provision for you, for the present where you are. This word is what is developing. It is what is coming as you are following me and being obedient. And in the dream, the boss was willing to give you the time off. You just have to follow the protocol and submit the paperwork. So I'm not sure if that is a spirit of pride or what that is, but it is getting to a point where it is kind of impossible for anybody to speak to you, for whoever this is for. And this is the Lord just giving a soft, gentle, convicting word, like, hey, like, that's not just people, and it's not the world trying to oppose what it is that you're doing for me. Follow the laws of the land. Like, you're still in that present place. So yes, still do what you have to do there. That's not going to taint, it's not going to hinder, it's not going to delay my word for you, because my word will not return back to me void. But while you're there, and many of us struggle, and this is I believe that the Lord allowed me to deliver this word because that was something that I struggled with, and I'm learning in this season now, timing is everything. I used to take words and just run with them. And I've learned, not to do things out of season because it has dire consequences. But yeah, whoever this word is for, remember, he is a God of order. That word still stands. You can still do everything that he's calling you to do. Just follow protocol for where he has you right now. It's not quite time. I just get a feeling that you feel like you're in a position where you're ready to leave that job because God gave you the word, and the word, it feels so great and it's awesome and you're so excited for it. Pump the brakes, slow down a little bit. And it's not saying stop what you're doing with God. That's not at all. But you're still where you are in the present time. And the thing, when God gives us a word, it can be challenging as believers, especially when God gives us a word and we know it is true, and we get this not troubling in our spirit, but we are so moved in our spirit to just go, our spirit is quickened when we get that word. It's like, oh, I should be doing this. I need to do this and that. And it's like, all right, sometimes we have to reel ourselves back in, and we have to remember, timing is a thing. So yeah, that's the word. I hope whoever this word was for, that it blessed you, and that you got some clarity there. I'm just praying that the Lord will, that this word will help you align back with what God is doing, whatever it is that He is having you to do. I'm praying that you get everything done that you need to glorify God, and I'm just so thankful and honored to be able to help you along your journey. Grace, mercy, and much peace.